What is going on, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. A little bit of a combo Clash Royale episode today. I've got 11 super magical chests to open, but I'm also going to be playing up against level 13 players as a level 12. If you want to skip ahead to the gameplay, it's about a minute and a half into the episode. But right here, I'm having more crazy luck with the super magical chests. I can't even tell you. Now, back if you saw the episode where I opened like a ton of them, like an insane amount of them, I was getting around 40% hit rate with the legendaries, but in this group right here, I was closer to 70%. Out of 11 chests, I saw 7 legendary cards, getting all sorts of lava hounds, miners, princesses, ice wizards, and so we fast forward through the chests that didn't give me anything good, but we'll pause on the good stuff as we get down to the next one here. Always a good feeling when you know there it is, another Sparky. So haven't really been able to put the Sparky to that much use yet, but maybe at level 4 it'll become OP. Who knows? It all comes down to how you play it. So yet another legendary card pops out, an Ice Wizard. I am on my way to level 4 with the Ice Wizard as well, and just having such amazing luck. So again, 11 chests get opened, 7 cards come out that are legendary, and my princess, definitely my favorite card. Would love to get her to level 5. Think that would be super cool, but maybe we have to have her show up in the shop a few more times. So let's get on to the battles. This is after the update, of course. You've got a lot of players that went straight to level 13, and I was still stuck at level 12. Not so happy about facing higher level players, but again, the higher level doesn't necessarily mean their cards are that much more powerful, just the towers have more hit points and, of course, do more damage in defense. So in my opinion, personally, 1 level difference doesn't make that big of a deal. 2 levels is a little more difficult to overcome, but 1 level higher, you can still beat them, and 1 level lower, don't get complacent and think that you can walk all over your opponent, because the difference is really not that big of a deal. It comes down to the deck and how you play it and the level of the cards, of course. Now, you see that my opponent had the Giant. Now, whenever I see a Giant at levels 11, 12, 13, I'm immediately thinking either 3 Musketeers or Sparky nowadays. Those seem to be the 2 other cards that get played in combination with the Giant up here at this level. Otherwise, the Giant is very rare. And sure enough, we didn't see it in the first cycle, but Saddam has the 3 Musketeers card in store for me here. And luckily, I love the Fireball against the 3 Musketeers. It's such a great way to just, especially Fireball Zap. Fireball Zap and the 3 Musketeers are gone. But I don't have that here, but I do have Freeze and Minion Horde, Zap as well, anything, and sure enough, here it comes. Giant followed by the 3 Musketeers. Very dangerous combination if not countered. I let them get in past the river just a little bit, and then the freeze spell, then the Minion Horde, they go straight to work. Musketeers are out of here, and Saddam is not happy. That is one unhappy Arab Union player. I'm sorry, but 3 Musketeers very easily countered if you know that it's coming. And again, I have to tell you, whenever I see a Giant, I immediately think 3 Musketeers or Sparky. It's a good idea to really try to analyze your opponent's deck early on in a match. Once you've seen a couple of the cards, it's pretty frequent that you can guess what some of the other cards are going to be. So the element of surprise is gone, and that is usually what players would say 3 Musketeers, Sparkies, and maybe Royal Giants are counting on. But I've got a tower down and feeling awfully good with 45 seconds left. So many hit points left on both of my towers. It's just a matter of trying to defend against the double Giant push. It doesn't look good here coming from both angles, but we've got the cannon and the Minion Horde and the freeze spell. Luckily, with that elixir collector pumping in the back, it does give me enough time to counter everything he throws at me, and we can pretty much stop this push even though it was double Giant. And here they come, the 3 Musketeers. I don't have a freeze spell up this time, but I can zap, and the zap spell just enough to get those minions in. And again, the 3 Musketeers are history. I feel bad for those 3 ladies with their guns, but it's not happening. Get it out of my house. Desperation, frustration arrows. Love that at the end of a battle. Next best thing to rage quit is when the guy just throws arrows on your tower. They helplessly fall away, and I beat my very first level 13 player 1 crown to 0. So wouldn't you know it, the very next battle I am facing another maximum level player, and this time he's got the Royal Giant. Again, I gotta throw out the crying eyes because I'm not happy. Just when I see 12 versus 13, it kind of gives me that lump in my throat like I know I'm up against a wall here. But again, I've got the Hog Cycle freeze deck, and this is still working post-update, even against high-level players like this. And here comes the Hog right away. Perfect freeze spell, stops all of the units on their way. Between the Princess and the Tower, we are eventually going to have to drop the Minion Horde just to make sure we get his Princess down. They move on. The Zap spell over here on his minions, and right there, huge advantage. They are on the top of the tower so quickly. Love my Minion Horde, and that is well over 1,500 hit points. Over half of that tower just instantly vaporized there in that little mini push that was really more of a counter than a push. So I've got my Elixir Collectors working away. That's probably, I would say, in my top 5 favorite cards. That's an idea for an episode. Top 5 favorite cards in Clash Royale. Well, you know the Minion Horde is going to be there. You know that the freeze spell is going to be there. And definitely the Elixir Collector as well. And there goes my Hog Rider. Hog freeze once again. Tower down. Minute 45 to go. So again, facing a higher level player, my focus is now just to shift to defense. I don't care about going for 3. I'm not going to work on his right tower too much unless the Hog comes up and I need to rotate through it or use it as a distraction. But speaking of distractions, here comes the Royal Giant, and I had nothing to distract it. It goes straight to work on my tower. The minions get some damage in, but the Royal Giant is finally going to go down, having gotten over 50%, nearly 2/3 of the hit points off my left tower. So suddenly not looking so comfortable. I've definitely got to focus on trying to protect this tower, and maybe, just maybe, thinking about starting a push down the right lane in case this becomes a 2-1 outcome. So right now, just focused on trying to stop his own Hog Royal Giant push down the left-hand side. Now, like I said, I've got the Hog in rotation, so I go ahead and send him in. Now, the freeze spell, it was there. I couldn't resist. Come on. The Barbarians are there. The Hog freeze works out pretty well. And at least we've got a start on that tower should we need to go that direction. Minions once again working on the Royal Giant. The cannon is too late. Royal Giant gets that tower well down to below 300 hit points. So it really is looking like it's going to have to be 2-1. There's no way I'm going to be able to stop him from eradicating the remaining hit points on that tower in the last 20 seconds. Or is there? As he goes down the right-hand side with his Barbarians. No, here it comes. The Royal Giant, but I get the cannon down in time. That is going to distract the Giant this time. Units working on the Giant. Will he go after the Elixir Collector next? Yes, he goes after the Elixir Collector. He never gets a single shot on that tower. One shot would have done it. Again, desperation arrows, but it's all over. Less than 100 hit points remain on the tower, and it's a 1 crown win over a level 13 player. So there we go, on my way to level 13 myself, but not there quite yet. We do get a couple of victories in, some great luck on super magical chests. Let me know what you guys think about this episode, what you would like to see from future episodes. More gemming, less gemming, more Let's Plays on the lower level accounts. It's up to you guys. You guys helped build this channel, and I want to produce the content that you guys like best. Thank you again. Have a fantastic day. Hope to see you guys back here again tomorrow for what? For more Full Attacks.
Galadon, level 13, I'll be level 17 soon. That's right.